So the question I framed earlier was that I went to a symposium this last weekend where CALO, this organization in Missouri, is using golden retrievers to help create wholeness for kids that have been adopted with trauma, with separation, all those sort of feelings, and they actually get to grow up to adopt these dogs. And you talked a lot about your dog. So from the time you got him till now, what is your experience in sort of the remapping of the neurotransmitters or pathways in our brain when it comes to feeling wholeness, and how has your pets contributed to that in your recovery?
Yeah, I think for me, I have 2 dogs, but the first dog that I found, I actually was living in Savannah, Georgia, and I found my dog literally like under a truck in Savannah, and she was super sick. And so for me, I think the process of, her name's Ramona, and the process of, trying to sort of nurse her back to health, and then, I tried to get her adopted at first because I didn't have any money at the time, and I didn't think I would be able to take care of a dog. But she ended up, I guess, having some bad trauma from when she was on the street, and so she attacked the person that was going to adopt her, and so I ended up being stuck with this crazy dog. And it just, for me, I feel like there was something that was so healing about the act of taking care of this animal that was so dependent on me, and that really I was her whole world, and there was something about that was just really this pure connection that I had with her. And so then when I got my next dog, who was, I got him as a puppy, he's just, this adorable little bloodhound dog named Rhett Butler, and he was the total opposite. He was really well adjusted, and I got to give him a really great childhood where he always had food and he was safe, and I was in a stable relationship, and I really got to see the difference between the difference between a dog that has trauma and a dog that is in a loving relationship, and I was able to kind of relate to them a lot in that way.
Now neurologically in our recovery, recovering from crystal meth as I myself am, have you found is there a sense of intimacy that sort of relationship gives you that you felt maybe being addicted to crystal meth had taken away at some point? And is there a wellness there that's happened for you?
Yeah, that's interesting, because I feel like crystal meth, especially when you get sober from it, I just felt so dead, emotionally, I felt everything seems so black and hopeless. And having dogs in my life, it really was a sort of a process for me of learning how to love something again, and they really gave that to me, I think, because there's just something about dogs that are so
they're not like, oh, here comes the tweaker again.
Yeah,
they're
exactly.
Here comes
they're
Daddy.
So open and accepting. Yeah, and
right.
they're so
unconditional love.
Yeah, unconditional love.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah. So it was a positive thing for me.
Nice,
sure.
Great. Well, thank you.
Yeah,
thank
of course. All right, man. I'm gonna